I applied for jobs I didn't want, just to feel like I was moving forward. One night, I got an email. No subject line. No company name. Just, your interview is confirmed. 3:11 a.m. Address attached. I laughed at the time. Thought it was a scam. But the address was 2 streets over. At 2:55, I couldn't sleep, so I walked. The building looked abandoned. Flickering security light. A glass door that opened without resistance. Inside, the lobby was too clean. Not empty, clean, like the air itself had been scrubbed. The elevator was waiting, doors open. Inside, a single button glowed, 3. When it opened, a hallway stretched too far for the shape of the building. White walls. Black carpet. And at the end, a door with a paper taped to it, interview room. I knocked. Come in, a voice said. Calm. Too calm. The room had a single table, single chair. Across from me sat a man in a gray suit that didn't fit his frame. His smile stayed fixed, like it was stapled there. Candidate 47, he said, sliding a folder across. You're right on time. I frowned. I didn't apply here. He tapped the folder. Inside was my resume. Only it wasn't mine. Same name, but the jobs listed were things I'd never done. Night auditor. Door supervisor. Timekeeper. I think you have the wrong person. He shook his head slowly. No. You're exactly who we've been expecting. He began to ask questions. Not about skills. About memories. What's the first thing you lost? Who taught you silence? Why do you keep waking up at 3:11? I tried to laugh it off, but each answer left my mouth before I could think. Like I was reading a script I hadn't rehearsed. At one point, I said, "Why me?" He leaned back, the chair not creaking. You already agreed. Every time you hit submit. Every time you sent your name into the void. You've been interviewing all along. He slid another paper across. A contract. At the bottom, a signature. Mine. The date, tonight. But I didn't, you did, he said. You always do. The light above flickered once, and for the first time I noticed the walls weren't white. They were covered in old resumes, pinned edge to edge and NBSB, pages yellowed, curling. All with signatures, all with the same date, 3:11 a.m. My chest went cold. I want to leave. He smiled wider, as if that was the right answer. Of course. All candidates want to leave. He pointed at the door. I stood, relief flooding in, and opened it. But it wasn't the hallway. It was another interview room. Another table. Another man in a gray suit. The folder was already waiting. Candidate 48, he said. You're right on time. I stumbled back. The door behind me closed with a sound like a clock hand. My phone buzzed. A text from unknown, don't sign anything. The interviewer slid the contract across anyway. Take your time, he said. We have all the hours you'll give. I ran. The walls bent too far, hallways folding into each other. Every door opened to another room. Another folder. Another contract. Each one with my name. When I finally burst into the stairwell, it didn't go down. Only up. Steps that climbed into dark that smelled like ink and burnt wires. Somewhere above, a voice counted, 49. 50. I turned back to the door. Behind it, a room waited. The folder sat open. A pen rested on top. I picked it up. The contract read only 2 words, Exit interview. The clock on the wall ticked over to 3:12. And for once, I didn't sign.